Since childhood, I've always been fascinated by dinosaurs. The myths, the facts, and the unknown bring a fascination to kids and adults alike. That's why I've been working hard to bring you all something to enjoy for the summer of 2020. I'm happy to announce that starting this Monday, I have the opportunity to transform the Alberta Arts District in Portland, Oregon, into an education and art exhibit for everyone to enjoy. 30 dinosaurs, 30 locations, all summer long. Starting tomorrow, Alberta Street will be the home of Albertasaurus PDX. Welcome to day one of Albertasaurus, where I take over Alberta Street in Portland, Oregon with dinosaurs. I knew I had to make a big splash with our first dino, so I went with a personal favorite of mine, the Brachiosaurus. The Brachiosaurus was a huge dinosaur that ate between 400 and 900 pounds of plants every single day. It had a relatively small tail compared to other sauropods, reaching around 85 feet in length. But this dino even had an asteroid named after it. So cool. The first Brachiosaurus fossils were found in the Colorado River of the United States of America in 1900, but it wasn't until 1994 that the original fossils were ever shown in a museum. This Brachiosaurus will be spending its summer at Just Bob, a quaint coffee shop in my neighborhood with good brew, good eats, and good vibes. I love this place, and I think you will too. See how many unicorns you can find while you're there. There's a lot. While you Portlanders head out to meet this Brachiosaurus in person, I encourage everyone on the internet to follow @JustBobPDX everywhere. I'll see you all again on Friday with my next dinosaur. I'm taking over the Alberta Arts District in Portland, Oregon with dinosaurs. This is Albertasaurus PDX. Dino number 2, the Stegosaurus. The Stegosaurus was a dinosaur that lived about 150 million years ago in the late Jurassic period. The Stegosaurus was about the size of a bus, which is a really mean way to say it. 30 feet long and 14 feet high. They also probably weighed about 10,000 pounds. The Stegosaurus's back was covered in huge plates. The purpose of the plates is much debated by paleontologists. Some think that they were primarily for defense against larger predator dinosaurs. Another theory is that they were used to cool off the dinosaur. The extra surface area would allow for the wind and air to cool the blood of this dinosaur. The Stegosaurus was also rumored to have a brain the size of a ping pong ball. This dino is heading to Alberta Street now to live at Frock. It's full of independent artists, whimsical gifts, unique jewelry, toys, and more. This women-owned business has been open for 17 years in Alberta Street. Frock was born out of love and radical self-expression. Head on over to Frock on Alberta Street to visit this Stegosaurus and find some really cool shoes. See you all on Monday with our next dinosaur. And we're back with another dinosaur in the A to Zoo's Albertasaurus PDX, where I take over the Alberta neighborhood in Portland, Oregon with dinosaurs. The third entry to the crew is a very interesting dinosaur with a strange-shaped head featuring a very curved crest. That's right, it's the Parasaurolophus. The Parasaurolophus lived in the late Cretaceous period around 75 million years ago in what is now North America. Fossils have been found in Alberta, Canada, as well as Utah and New Mexico in the United States. The Parasaurolophus was an herbivore, which means it was a plant eater. It could walk on either 2 legs or all 4. Researchers estimate that the Parasaurolophus was around 9.5 meters high or 31 feet, and it weighed around 2.7 tons. The Parasaurolophus is as unique and interesting as its new home. Welcome to Grasshopper. Grasshopper is happy to be our neighborhood Alberta toy store, celebrating its 16th year. They pride themselves in carrying an eclectic mix of toys, books, and clothing. You're sure to find a favorite new treasure for your tiniest babies to your growing tweens. Or for adults, honestly. Visit the Parasaurolophus all summer long at Grasshopper. Now I'm off to paint Wednesday's dino. That's right, I'm making 3 this week. Another day, another dinosaur. Welcome back to Albertasaurus PDX, where I take over the Alberta Arts District in Portland with dinosaurs. Today is our first carnivore, the Copsignathus. The Copsignathus, or Compy from now on, existed on Earth nearly 150 million years ago. In the Jurassic period, fossils have been found in Germany, France, and even Bavaria. The chicken-sized Compy is one of few dinosaurs whose diet is known with certainty, mainly because these little fellas typically swallowed their food whole. The Copsignathus got its name, which means elegant jaw, from the fragile bones in its tiny little head. So cute. The Compy will live at Filling Station Pet Supplies on Alberta Street from now on, a home of healthy dog and cat food, pet treats, toys, and more. As a dog person without a dog, I highly recommend hanging out there and dog watching. So many furry friends. Be sure to visit all 3 Copsignathus at the filling station all summer long on Alberta Street in Portland. I'll see you on Friday with another dino, everyone. A friendly reminder, please wear a mask in public spaces and be sure to give distance to other dinosaur safari friends. Thank you so much. Happy Friday, everyone! It's another dino day for Albertasaurus PDX, where I take over the Alberta Arts District in Portland with dinosaurs. Today's another herbivore, and it's one of my favorites. A big ol' welcome goes out to the Iguanodon. The Iguanodon lived in the early Cretaceous period, nearly 125 million years ago. This is a cool fact. The Iguanodon was the second dinosaur to receive a formal name. The first is coming later this summer. Along with the T-Rex and the Stegosaurus, the Iguanodon was one of 3 dinosaurs that inspired the appearance of Godzilla. One of the most recognizable things about an Iguanodon is their thumb spike that they use to defend themselves. This dino is going to spend its summer at one of the best Northeast Portland watering holes, Donny Vegas. Get it? Iguana Donny Vegas. Featuring to-go frozen wine-based cocktails all summer, this bar has been a big hit in my neighborhood, especially with these hot days rolling in. Head on over any time of day during the whole summer to see the Iguanodon. And hey, maybe go find all my other dinosaurs too. I'll see you Monday with the next one. It's Dino Day, Mike. Get to work. Hurry. Oh, by the way, there's a limited edition A to Zoo poster dropping tomorrow. More on that later. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Albertasaurus PDX, where I fill my Portland neighborhood with dinosaurs. Today's dino is the Dimetrodon. Did I say dinosaur? Well, actually, this giant lizard is what evolved into dinosaurs. Technically speaking, this scaly friend was more closely related to mammals than dinosaurs, but the Dimetrodon is still an important piece of the dinosaur puzzle. The Dimetrodon existed nearly 50 million years before the first dinosaurs we know today. During its time as a dominant predator, this 4-legged beast would consume meat, making it a carnivore. The Dimetrodon laid claim to its summer home today at the Hilt on Alberta Street in Portland. All summer long, the Dimetrodon will spend its days and evenings in the Hilt's 3 outdoor seating areas, admiring the countless slushies and Mediterranean meals you can snag here. Make sure you visit the Dimetrodon and all my dinosaur pals on Alberta Street anytime you're in my neck of the woods. Stay tuned for another dinosaur later this week, and tune in tomorrow for an A to Zoo poster announcement. It's a holiday weekend, so I took a day off, but don't worry, we've got a good new dinosaur on Alberta Street in Portland, Oregon. Today we meet the majestic and interesting Ioviraptor. The Ioviraptor is a dinosaur from what is today known as Mongolia. The Ioviraptor was a bird-like dinosaur with a sharp, short beak, kind of like a parrot. It lacked teeth, but it did have sharp points on the roof of its mouth to help rip and tear. The Ioviraptor, living 80 million years ago, was actually a pretty small dinosaur, only measuring about 5 feet from nose to tail. Scientists know that Oviraptors ate reptiles, but they're not sure what else it ate. With its sharp beak, it could crack hard things like nuts, seeds, or shellfish. Perhaps it ate those. The Ioviraptor is going to live at the Alberta Co-op, my local grocery store. I'm sure the Ioviraptor could find everything in its diet here. I'm so thankful for a clean, well-stocked, and super friendly store just a short walk from home. This place is just the best, and I'm sure the Ioviraptor is going to be very happy here. You can find this cousin of the cassowary and other dinosaurs on Alberta Street in Portland all summer long at Albertasaurus PDX. Welcome back to Albertasaurus PDX, new dinosaurs every week on Alberta Street in Portland. Today's dinosaur is a hard-headed herbivore, the Pachycephalosaurus. The Pachycephalosaurus, or Pachy for short, was a 15-foot-long bipedal dinosaur from the late Cretaceous period. Their name means thick-headed lizard. That might sound like an insult, but it actually was in reference to their thick skulls used for defense. The Pachy's dome-shaped head was 30 times thicker than the human skull, allowing them to ram rival mates and dangerous dinos for protection. When paleontologists first found a Pachy skull, they thought it was a dinosaur's kneecap. So cool. The Pachycephalosaurus was discovered between 1859 and 1860 by Ferdinand van de Veer Hayden in Montana, near the head of the Missouri River. The Pachy will be spending its summer at Crafty Wonderland, a wonderful place for handmade art and goods created by local Portland artists. This place has been a personal favorite of mine since the day I moved to Oregon. Check it out. 6 folks are allowed inside at a time. Remember to please wear a mask. Visit the Pachycephalosaurus and other dinosaurs all summer long on Alberta Street. Welcome to Albertasaurus PDX, where I fill Alberta Street in Portland, Oregon with dinosaurs. Today's dinosaur is a personal favorite of mine, which is perfect since Monday is my birthday. Let's give a warm round of applause for the Triceratops. The name Triceratops comes from the Greek language with tri meaning 3 and keratops meaning horned face. The Triceratops is easily one of the most recognizable and beloved dinosaurs thanks to its large body, unique frill, and 3 horns. The Triceratops had anywhere between 400 and 800 teeth, although only a small percentage of those were used at any given time, as they were constantly replaced throughout its lifetime. That's crazy, so many teeth! Alright, we're all strapped in and ready to go. This amazing dino is gonna live at the first job I ever had in Portland, Oregon, Salt and Straw. Alberta Street is super lucky to be home to the very first Salt and Straw. Thanks to our citywide addiction to this amazing ice cream, Salt and Straw has really stepped up their social distance game. Lots of opportunity for safe outdoor ice cream enjoyment. Thanks for doing what you do, S&S. The Triceratops is perfect for Salt and Straw. Look at its head. It's covered in ice cream cones. It's time for another dinosaur at Albertasaurus PDX, where I add dinosaurs to Alberta Street in Portland, Oregon. Today's dinosaur is a duck-billed herbivore known as the Corthosaurus. The Corthosaurus belonged to the hadrosaur family and existed 75 million years ago. It lived in the area that is now known as Alberta, Canada. How fitting! The Corthosaurus is perhaps best known for its comical duck beak and beautiful crest on top of its head. Scientists believe that tubes in the crest allowed it to create sounds, allowing communication with possible mates. Corthosaurus is one of the well-studied duck-billed dinosaurs because of one fossil found in the early 1900s. This specimen was preserved with all of its bones, its skin, its organs, and even the last meal it ate. Speaking of meals, you can visit the Corthosaurus now at Karaoke Bowls on Alberta Street. Their mission is to serve the vibrance of Rio de Janeiro one delicious bowl at a time. And man, the vibes here are wonderful. Check out this safe and incredible place anytime, and don't skimp on the papaya. And tune in Sunday for the biggest cutout I've ever made. It's time for me to reveal the biggest cutout I've ever made. I've been filling my neighborhood with wooden dinosaurs all summer long, but today's the day we welcome the Tyrannosaurus Rex. The T-Rex roamed the planet during the late Cretaceous period, 65 million years ago, in what is now the United States and Canada. The name Tyrannosaurus Rex comes from the Greek and Latin words meaning tyrant, lizard, king. Equipped with a set of 50 to 60 banana-sized teeth, these expert eaters could rip almost 100 pounds of flesh off their victims in a single chomp. The T-Rex was super smart too, boasting a brain twice as big as those other giant carnivores. It's also believed that the T-Rex was covered in feathers. The T-Rex will live at Collage on Alberta Street in Portland, Oregon, my local art store. Collage was established in 2004, 16 years ago. Collage stocks a vast array of curated creative supplies, unique gifts, and greeting cards. Collage aims to be accessible to all and to be a positive addition to the local community. I love this place, and I know you will too. And hey, say hi to the T-Rex for me.